All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We're back again. Happy Monday with another video here at King Midas Collects. Guys, welcome back to another video. All right, so cut to the chase. Look, I made a video yesterday. I didn't like the flow of it at all, so I ended up not uploading it. So we're kind of going to redo what I did yesterday. And essentially all it was talking about something that happened over the weekend. Shout out to Be Continued comic book shop out in Crofton, Maryland. They put on a hell of a sale / swap meet on Sunday. The weather was kind of weird over the weekend, so they were supposed to have another sale Saturday, and they ended up canceling it, moving it to this coming up Saturday. So if you're in the area and you're in the DMV anywhere, go check them out. They do amazing stuff. It's one of the best shops I've ever been to in my life. But the swap meet was interesting. I think all the intention was definitely there, not throwing any shade on anyone, but you know, it just seems like not too many people are in the mindset to do swap meets, I guess. There seemed to be about 8 to 15 people throughout the 3 hours that I was there that attended and was trading, and I think they went outside too. Some people, you know, it was trading cash type scenarios, but I prepped a box to showcase down there in the swap, and it seemed to me that I was the only one that brought like heavy heat enough to where like you're talking about $300 per book minimum, and a lot of other people were bringing in stuff that was like recent, even modern cover A's that they just had copies of. So I was just like, oh, okay, this is all stuff that I already have or what I'm not looking for. And some of the Bronze Age stuff that they had, it was just, you know, a terrible spine roll here, multiple spine ticks, just beat up covers. So it was just like, well, there's only like $5, maybe $10 at most in some of these, if that, because of the condition. So it's like, it didn't seem like anyone had the the heat to trade with me. They just didn't have anything I was looking for. So went to the shop themselves with Keith. He was very much interested in this comic cavalcade that I had from 1943, featuring Flash, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. They're riding like unicycles on a tightrope in a circus. The spring edition, because they used to do it every season. And then an eerie #1, yeah, pre-comic code horror book. #1, about a 4. I had it graded in a 4.5. It's probably a 4, but white pages on the inside. It is beautiful. So he was really interested in the Golden Age stuff, and then he had picked out maybe like 8 or 9 other big keys. I wasn't ready to move on some of them, and he's like, well, why did you bring them? And I'm like, well, I guess it's more of a flex to see like what the offers would have been, and we'll talk about what happened with that. But not only did they do a swap meet down on the first floor, but they have a shop upstairs called the Higher Ground that's attached to them. They were doing every single box in there for $1. Not every box, every book was $1. But there's like, man, I want to say like 150 boxes up there of comic books. So there was some stuff to be had. I was up there with a friend. He ended up getting some stuff. I didn't really get anything. So I was looking. I had some stuff in mind, but maybe next time. They're 30 minutes away, so I can always stop by and dig at my heart's content if possible. But we'll tell you how the rest of that day went. As we always do here on the channel, let's show you guys some books. First books that I'm going to show you, I've finally opened up. I don't know if you guys noticed, like behind me, there's a bunch of boxes that were left unopened. And they were my weekly comic book hauls, my Things from Another World orders. So every new comic book day, those were the boxes of books. So finally started opening some of them were dated back to May that were that we left in these boxes. But there was also some heat in there, some covers that have gone up, you know, any Archers or Frisons I like to put in Mylar. But I had a bunch of metals, virgin covers, 1 in 25s that were also in there. I'm like, they need to breathe, they need to get them out, they can't be stacked up. So finally moves them out. So I'm going to show you guys some of the variants there that was in that box. Let me get over to it here. All right, here we go. And I'm not going to show, there's 1, 2, I don't know if you guys can see that yet, my bad. 3 of those bad boys. Okay, starting off, we're going to show you this Alice in Wonderland, or Alice Never After, the In Hyuk Lee 1 in 25 Virgin copy there for that one. So everyone was definitely after, I think it's for issue 1. Issue 2, everyone was after that Adam Hughes cover. Next up, we have a Red Sonja #1, the Frizzen Virgin, the 1 in 50s here. So you want to pre-order these because you still get these as well. At the pre-order, if you do FOC, most times they're going to charge you the $50. Whether day of release, it's still worth $50 or more. That's the gamble that you have to take as a variant collector. However, you do get these at the 30% off, so you get them at $35 a piece. And Frizzen Virgins, I mean, you can't go wrong with Miss Jenny on the Virgins. All right, next up we have, again, for Red Sonja, there were so many. Dynamite, you all know how Dynamite is. They do so many variant covers. But these are the Lucio Parillo Virgin variants for same series to the 2023 new one that just started up. Beautiful books. We always get Parillo. I'm going to show you a bunch of Parillo in a second. And then lastly, these were, I think, just cover C's, so nothing spectacular. Cover price, we have 3 copies of this. This is the Something is Killing the Children. I don't know if it's issue 30, 31, 32, not sure off the top of my head, but you know, Frizzen covers, right? So we definitely love seeing those. Not only did we get that, but they also had a foil cover that you can pay a couple more bucks for. Good to have. And then of course the 1 in 75 black and white with the blood splatter over it, so very nice as well on that one. I think the only Frizzen nowadays that's worth anything is the chainsaw variant for issue 6 or 7. Issue #1, there's like 4 different alternates for the Frizzen cover. I have one of them, but it's not the one that's the most expensive. I bought it at the time in 2021, I believe, for $500 in the CGC 9.8. It's definitely dipped. I don't know if cover price will show you that when we show you guys in a little bit, but it's definitely not at that price point anymore. So, it is what it is. Okay, so next up, let's show you guys last week's My Comic Shop books that we ordered. Again, variants and then other covers that had come out for New Comic Book Day. So we have Death of the Venomverse, issue #4. Smart on them to create a character like this because it looks like a Danganronpa character, anime manga style, and that's just the way that the younger generations are going. They love reading manga, and I think it's smart to incorporate characters that look like that to get more people into modern comic books, which is something that Keith and I discussed today in length. Is like, man, the only thing that seems to be driving the market down, it's like, unless you're a big store like a Third Eye or Midtown, like where you're expected to carry modern books and then quantity of modern books, a lot of other people, it tanks you because what do you do with that stuff? It's hard to keep it and wanting people to pay cover price for a very long time. We have the Kevin Eastman 143 cover B variant here for Turtles. We have this awesome Victory Lucio Parillo issue #4. Picked that one up, and we also got the Carla Cohen cover. Again, if you guys aren't aware, those two are married. So this one had some heat last week that people were talking about. This is Dark X-Men issue #2, the 1 in 25 Villa Lobos. So good to see that. And beautiful copy. And then this one, of course, was trending. It was top 10. I think Comic Tom talked about it. It was on the Hot 10 list by CBSI. So it's a Sanford Green 1 in 25 Harley Quinn. Was it black, white, and redder? Issue #3 there, where she's holding up the Nux. Harley Quinn there on the dusters. I'm impartial about this book. I don't think it's like one of my favorite variants that I've ever come across, but it's the notoriety of the book, right? I knew it was going to be hot. People are going to be after that, and variants are always long-term spec. So I always tell everyone, yes, you can flip it, but there's certain covers that are going to, in years' time, like those Jurjevic connecting covers from the early aughts, 2010, 2011, the Ultimate Fallout 4 variant, even though it's dropped, the all-time high was $30-something thousand, 32, I believe. One just sold for like 17. So, but I mean, come on, you're talking about a 1. What was it? It was a 1 in 50. Still still going for 17K. It's still nothing to do we all want 30,000? Sure, but still up there. And talking about up there, we got a variant just for you guys. So let's show you guys some other variants. I bought this off of Facebook. Somebody had a claim sale for some nice variant covers for next to nothing. So I grabbed a bunch of them. We made a deal, and then for going over $100, I also got a couple of throw-ins, 3 books that got thrown in. So let's show you some Campbell, and Campbell's going to be a recurring theme in today's video here. So we have this awesome Hulk #1. I can't remember. This was the Jen Walters Hulk book from 2017. Next up, we have ASM issue number 10. J. Scott Campbell there. Let's see, that's 811. So this is the current volume because it went over 100 or 800 issues. Yeah, that's correct. We grabbed 2 of these because I was able to get them for $5 a piece as opposed to paying $10 a piece for them. I think that's J. Anacleto, Black Cat #1 there. Yep, Anacleto. Hit or miss for me. Sometimes Anacleto hits, and other times it's just like normal Unknown Comics, 616 street level hero fodder, in my opinion. Some of these Parillos are from Unknown Comics, but that's okay because I love them so much that I've always wanted to have these in the collection. And it just seemed that a lot of people were trying to still sell these for like $15 to $25. Being able to get these for like $3, I think at most $8 for some of these, I'll take it. So Mighty Thor there with Hela and the Unworthy Thor. Then we have this Silver Surfer Thor Parillo cover. I don't know if it's Silver Surfer Black. I'm not sure what series that's for, but these are just really nice. And the thing is that they're the virgins. They're not even the trade dress. They're the virgins. So that gives it, they were selling these at $30 minimum. Some of these have gone up. Of course, some of them have definitely declined, but they're still really nice variants to have. So just showing off some Parillos. The Captain America there, gorgeous. Love it. Ended up some more Black Cat there. So on Amazing Spider-Man, this is issue 811 again. So 2 of them issue 811, and that's the problem. I know a lot of people shy away from variants because it just seems like it's flooded the market. Every store has their own exclusive with Marvel and DC. Sometimes it makes it tough, but if you want to get into collecting artists' work, especially on these covers, because let's be honest, we're not opening the guts of these and reading them. Stick to the stalwarts, right? For me, it's those Parillo, Carla Cohan, Jenny Frizen, art germs that are sometimes on the David Nakayama. I'm thinking of a couple other ones that anytime Sun Kumanaki does something, pay attention to those artists there. So that's why we picked up 2 of these, because again, we got a deal. Instead of paying $15, I think we got each of what, because they was asking like, $15 for both, and I ended up getting both for like $8. So on these Fantastic Four #1 Parillos for Invincible Girl, Sue Storm, of course, like I think Sue Storm's spec is something. I don't know if it's really anything. Are we really specking on Marvel stuff anymore? For speculating that she's going to be like the main focal point for the movie, the numero uno, so to speak. Those are the beautiful, beautiful art germ virgins. They did all 4 characters with the trade dress. Those are FOC to order when the 2018 series started, but the virgins have some weight on them. Been trying to get this for a little while. Issue 25 of Spider-Gwen. So cool that he had that for a nice price. This he only had for like $3, so I was like, why not? Virgin David Nakayama cover. Obviously, at one point it was $25. At most, so you can probably still move it for $10 to $15 if somebody really wanted it, especially in an auction type deal. But to get it for $4 is pretty nice. It's interesting. I don't know who the artist is on this, but I just saw this Red Sonja there, so I was like, kind of like the the camera angle of it all, right? You don't really see that often, so I thought that was unique. But that's definitely very risque there. Next up, Vampirella here. I think that's is that Shannon Meyer? It says Shauna? I don't think this is Shannon. It's Shannon. So a nice little Vampirella there. And here's some of the free books here. It says free gift on there. So it's a Venom. I don't know what issue it is. I'll have to open it up, see what's on the back. Then we have this crazy Perilla, or no, is that Gabriel Deodato? This Joker Batman cover here is square bound. It says Detective Comics 1000 on it. So yeah, I'm not sure who that is. And then we have an In-Hyuk Lee after McFarlane. Of course, you guys have seen this over and over again. The famous Spider-Man McFarlane cover swipe there. What we got over here? Oh, these are some more books. So these are just like normal covers here. So I love Chilling Adventure stuff, love Archie stuff. So collect those when I can. Issue second print here of the Cole. Anyone cares? Nobody. This Mirka Indolfo cover for Harley Quinn, which is really cool. Yeah, I'm just a sucker for covers, guys. Here's that Carla Cohen I was talking about on that Victory. Then we have this What If Dark Carnage. Of course, we got the 361 homage there. When do you say whether it's an homage or a cover swipe? What am I missing here? This one I think is like one of the most unique covers, whether you like it or not. You just don't see stuff like this. So I thought this was so cool that I had to get two covers of it. But this is a World's Finest issue number 12? 19. Oh my God, I'm way off. Issue number 19, the Lozano variant here. But look at this cover. It's just like way out there. So you know, we'll hold on to it and see what happens with it in the future. If anything, a lot of times things don't like, It seems there's another thing. One of the sellers had in his boxes, he had tabs for artists. So I was like, all right, that's better than A to Z. Yeah, Archer in there. I think I saw Adam Hughes, but then he had a Chuma Hill one. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I guess people are starting to pick up on Chuma Hill. And he had those Wildcat covers that nobody has except for your boy. And he had them at an interesting price. So I wonder if those are trending or not. But stuff like Chuma Hill, stuff like those covers, you just never know where they're going to end up in the market. Next up, we got a red tint foil of the Barrio Red Sonja issue number 3. This icon cover for the Jenny Frison Red Sonja from the 2014-2015 series. So we're picking up all those too. Even though I already have those covers, it's still like a brand new cover. So I want to get all and as many Frisons as I can. The 1 in 30, I think, Michael Linsner Red Sonja here, issue number 3, the Virgin. And they were selling that for like $3.19, you know, is interesting. And then Red Sonja, the Middleton Bloody cover, the cover A, she's not covered in blood. This one, she got blood all over. Oh, this video is going really long. Next up, this is issue number 1 of Wonder Woman. I think there was a 1 in 100 that was a black and white cover of the A cover, probably. But this is the highest ratio one that had a different cover. Mikael Yanin on here, the 1 in 50. We got it for $13. You know, it was really, really cheap for a 1 in 50. So we'll see. I like to do that for the number ones at least, if anything. And then last but not least, for the My Comic Book Shop haul here, 143 on the Turtles, the retailer incentive variant. That's pretty cool. So we'll wrap it up here. I had another pile here, but it seems like the video is going long. So some of the stuff that I brought, I thought it was funny that people were passing up. Like this, for instance, like if you know what this is, you know what this is. But Caliber Presents issue number 15. Nothing significant about this except if you look down at the very bottom there, it says plus the Crow number 5 preview. Preview for the 5th issue of the Crow. If you know, you know. There's only 4 issues of The Crow. So this book is significant because they never got to issue 5 and there's a preview of it in here. So that's why this book has some heat. And not only that, I also had this in there, you know, in the boxes that everyone kept passing out. Dead World, issue number 10. Again, nothing in the guts of this book to really get anyone's gears grinding. What you want is this preview here of The Crow coming in February. So that's the first time you see The Crow, I believe, in like a preview format. So really cool to see that, and everyone just skipped it. And then how about that cool clear backing board there? Those are always really fun to have. Last couple of ones that I want to show that are kind of unique, just to have fun and show you what's laying here. So I'm a big Lost Boys fan, so trying to complete the Vertigo 2011 series, or 6 issues there. These Jen Bartel Blackbird covers, trying to get all of them as well. So you find them for cheap, why not? Apparently this is like a $10 book. Just this 2018, I believe, Kiss series here. So I was missing Simmons here, but I have everyone else. And then this one's pretty cool. West Coast Avengers in the newsstand, issue 21. First time these two join the roster. And not only, not only are we excited it's a newsstand, well, it's newsstand, but the reason why we're excited about it is because you always want to check your newsstands, ladies and gentlemen. You always want to check your newsstands. Even though this isn't like a 7.0 grade, that already shoots it up to a $40 book just for having the Mark Jewelers in there. My goodness. I mean, hey, you ever find a Mark Jewelers that's in really nice shape, kudos to you. I'm sure they exist. They definitely exist, but 9 times out of 10, they're beat up. People were definitely reading those books. We're not boarding them properly. This fun little supersized Elf spring special. He's sitting on that spring there. Love me some Elf. And then these are cool because these are signed. These are signed by the creator here for Grumble. Buy this comic or I'll kill this dog. Who am I kidding? I might kill him anyway. Wow, that's pretty heavy stuff there. But there's a signature right there, 2019. What's funny about this too is that it's the regular A cover doesn't have these word bubbles there. So this is a $20 variant just because of the word bubbles. And then, of course, we've showed this before, but more Frizzin' goodness here with that smoking cigar dog, and it is signed again in the smoke there. Nice to have another Frizzin' book. So, I was talking about, I'm gonna switch it over to this scene over here for you guys. Going on over to cover price. Here we go. Make sure that is correct. Cool. So, what we're showing, I went into filter and sort. So we're filtering the my estimated value, highest to lowest. So these are the books that cost the most in my collection. So as you can see, that's what we're looking at right now. What we're going to do is show you guys the 5 books that I ended up getting rid of to TBC. The first one right here is Uncanny X-Men number 94. Of course, this is the second team appearance of the Giant Size X-Men group. Definitely paid a hefty penny for this book. Now, I never changed the grade. It says it's a 9.8 here, but it's definitely about a 7.0. So that was a nice book that, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I'll probably come across another 94 if I continue in this hobby, if I keep buying collections. The other one here that we're going to show, which is a really, like I said, I just mentioned it earlier, what I brought. I got rid of the Eerie number 1. So I had it at a 4.5. I can't remember how much I paid for it a while back, but there it goes. And according to the cover price, the last sale for a 4.5 grade was $907. 4.5 slab was $1,200. So I'm sure that book is going to appreciate very nicely. Just those pre-code horror books are just, they're ghost. So it was definitely one I wanted to hold on to because I'm never going to find another one organically the way that I did. But you know what? Hey, sometimes we just move on to things. So he really wanted it. I was just happy to have it to somebody else that can take care of it. So the other one, here's 2 other ones that he was looking at. He definitely wanted the NYX that I had. Mine, I believe, is a 9.8 contender. We'll see. I definitely want to get it graded. So I put it back. So I'm like, I want to get it graded. And the same with this Amazing Spider-Man 194. I have it in 9.2. It is pretty. It is a direct edition, which, of course, when you're looking at 194 in the 9.2. 1979 directs are, the ones that are, rarer, right? And then the last one, I think it's here somewhere. Maybe it's not on this first page. Oh, wait, I did get rid of the Conan. So I had it at an 8.5. I'm pretty sure it's an 8.5. Went ahead and took it. So another $400. It has it there. And the last but not least one we're looking at is that Comic Cavalcade book. Man, we're going on almost 30 minutes here in this video. But I like to talk about this stuff. Of course, we there's another ASM 194. I do have a newsstand version as well. So you guys get he wanted the Sally Forth here. I wasn't ready to give that up because I do think that's a 9.8 contender as well. Where is it at? You guys get a feel of everything I have here. You know what the problem is that it's only showing 50 books a page too. Normally I have it set at the 100. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to look it up because it's not like popping up. Okay, let's go. Oh, you know what? Maybe I already deleted it. That's why it's not popping up. Oh no, there it is. Okay, why was it? Did I skip it? I probably skipped it. That's probably what it was. Here it is, Comic Cavalcade, issue number 2. Was it the spring edition? I believe. Again, there they are sitting on the tightrope. Yeah, so 1943 square-bound book. It was still intact, so he was very happy about that. I had it at a 3.0. It could be a 3.5, 4, depending. But again, another book I'm probably never going to see again unless I actively search for it and ask somebody. Golden Age collectors probably do own the Cavalcades, but it was such a cool book to own. So I'm very happy it went to somebody who's more of a Golden Age collector than I am, right? So maybe one day I'll get more into it, but you guys know me. I am a variant hunter. That is my skill set. That's what I'm known for. So we squared away on all the 5 of those books, and what we ended up on getting was a trade, cash, and store credit. And you threw in this book. I couldn't say no because it was a 9.8, but for you variant heads out there, you guys are going to be like, yo, like nobody has this book. It's one of those ghosts. The Amazing Spider-Man Presents Black Cat #1, the J. Scott Campbell variant. Guys, look at this book. I couldn't believe that this was like somebody just nonchalantly had a 9.8 and traded it up to him, and then he said this has been in the storage unit for a little while. But I told him, hey, I'm a variant guy. Let me know what else you got like this. He says there's more boxes where it's like heavy variant stuff. I'm all for it. So that's my bread and butter. I added one of the top variants out there into the collection. This isn't going anywhere, at least anytime soon. Happy to have it. It just fits everything that I have here. So shout out to TBC, man. Thank you for making this happen. I can't believe it. This is one of the harder Campbells to find at a time when it was a commodity to get a Campbell variant. Nowadays, like there's so many different, it's hard to differentiate which ones are the ones that you really want to go after and which ones are just like, normal stuff. But if you're a Campbell person, this is the book. This is the book. So hope you guys like this very, very long video. I think it was a successful one. Got to show you guys some awesome books. Talk about my experience for the swap meet. Hopefully you get this video out there. It was fun to meet new people, right? That's the best part about these, is that the connections that you make. So with the DMV Collector Group on Facebook, shout out to them. So many more people, I guess, in the future I can hit up and like try to get to different shows and just meet more people, get that exposure, right? Same thing with the clandestine shows that happen in this area. Hopefully I can get in there, get a table, and start to really, really roll out what I'm doing at the flea market, because that's starting to dwindle down. You're going to see more Instagram live sales, and then post sales on claim sales on Instagram, as well as continuing to promote the website deepincollectibles.com. We'll be adding some more books tonight, so I can't wait to do that as well. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this very, very long video. It was a lot of fun, and I just had to go over some of the stuff I did in the video yesterday that I didn't feel comfortable putting out. So make a few changes and show you guys, and mostly is because I had to pick this up today. I didn't have it yesterday. Pick this up today. Woo, she's pretty, right? She is gorgeous. Have a good one, guys. Bag and boredom. Enter the vault.